We were in Spain on holiday a few weeks ago and we thought we'd give Alsa Bus service a try. Now I jumped online, checked out TripAdvisor like most people do, and then I saw the reviews. 2 out of 5 stars, 896 reviews, and I thought, wow. So we have a lot of bad reviews here. And, everything from the bus drivers being bad and unprofessional to having no COVID safety management policy to bad information and people advising against using the bus service. Well, so we thought it would be absolutely terrible, but because we didn't have a lot of options, we thought we'd just jump on it anyhow. It's only a 5-hour journey for the first leg, so give it a crack. We booked online in advance. We paid €26. When we arrived at the bus terminal, I had a look at the bus and it looked really good. It was actually quite impressive. Now, one person's complaint that bags are left unattended is accurate, so anyone could really grab your bag and probably walk off with it, but at the same time, it's unlikely. When we got on the bus and got going, it was right on time actually at 7 a.m. in the morning, and I was very impressed. We had overhead areas for us to store our bags with our valuables, and also we had really comfortable seats. They were actually better than the airlines. We had a television screen in front of us. The movies, however, were very limited, and, what do you expect? You're on a bus. But I was actually just happy to have things available like podcast, ebooks, and some music, so I was very happy with that. We had USB connections to recharge mobiles, and also a tray table with cup holders, so we could literally sit back in comfort and enjoy the ride. We went from Madrid and we stopped somewhere along the route, around halfway, and there was a cafe. Now the cafe served your coffees, your pastries, and other light snacks that you'd come to expect in Spain. There were free toilets in the cafe, as well as Wi-Fi internet, which was actually really impressive. The bus is parked right outside, and when the bus driver said they're going to leave in 30 minutes, they literally meant they're going to leave in 30 minutes. Now, he did check to see that everyone was on board before taking off, but he literally left right on 30 minutes. So whoever complained about this bus service, I don't know, they must have just had a really bad experience, but I think this is really good so far. Then we took off, and like a tourist, I was filming out the window, filming all the olive trees. I was impressed to see how many olive trees and that people actually lived between these places in these little villages that I thought were really cool. At the end of the trip, I thought I'd check out the toilet just to say, that it was open and it was there and to see whether you had to pay. And no, you didn't have to pay like other people have said, and the toilet was able to be used. Overall, I was very impressed with the first leg of the journey, and I would rate it 5 out of 5 stars for Alsa Bus service. That was the leg from Madrid to Granada. On our next leg on Alsa Bus, we went from the Granada bus station to Seville, or Sevilla as the locals call it, Plaza de Armas. At this stage, we were quite positive about jumping on the bus here, and we showed our tickets and got on as you normally would, put our bags on just like last time. Everyone had to wear masks, of course, but there were no television screens, which was fine, absolutely fine. It was a 3-hour bus journey. There was no stops, but the price of the journey was actually more expensive at €30 for 2 people. Surprisingly, this bus is considered in the same class as the other bus that cost less, that drove longer, and had more services, but still, it's a cheap bus, it goes from A to B, and it does the job. The bus driver was quite courteous, he made sure everyone wore masks, and there were no issues at all during the journey. So overall, would I advise people using Alsa Bus service in Spain? Well, yes, definitely. It's cheap, it's good, and it's as you'd expect for a budget bus. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and you get these major upgrades like the television screens and the Wi-Fi, etc. But in this particular instance, I would recommend them even at the base level because they're a good service.